So going on to Fight 3, man. Fight 3. This is moving to episode 6. The episode was titled "A Battle with the Past." This was Toma. Yeah. Shark Tooth. This was Toma Hiragaki versus Kota Sako, and this fight was. It was a lot of there's a lot of explanation behind this fight, and the main reason is Kota and Toma have this relationship where Kota used to follow Toma, used to think he was the strongest thing walking, and then Toma decided to follow Umemiya, and Kota was upset with that, and he hated him for that, thinking you deserve more power because you're stronger. And
that's the funniest shit.
They fought.
He J. Cole'd it, yeah.
J. Cole did, yeah. He J. Cole
did. He got mad at him for J. Cole and like, what?
There you go.
Gave up the spot?
That's. I didn't even think about that. That's a solid way to put that. Yeah, that's a great analogy. Yeah, W in the chat, bro. There you go.
J. Cole didn't drop a new song.
Yeah, it was ass.
Grippy. Everybody was.
But back to this fight. It was a very emotional fight. Basically, Kota trying to surpass Toma. He didn't quite do it. Then we also find out why Toma's called the god of war, or the phoenix of battle. This man just doesn't stay down. He stayed down. He got knocked down. Kota thought it was over. Kota turned around. Toma's up, just ready for a full frontal assault. Beats the ever-living taste out of this man. Like, oh my God, he thought it was COVID the way he couldn't taste nothing after this fight. It was ridiculous, man. The fight was just. I think it's good to see the number 2 really
that man
shine,
seen
but
his ancestors.
It didn't even really feel like number 2 was fighting to his full capability. I don't even think Toma was really pushed in this fight.
I don't even think none of them were.
My Steez is like,
sorry.
Like I said, it didn't really show me the gap. Like, yeah, you nigga put hands on you, nigga knocked you down, but the second nigga to fight didn't get touched at all. He was like, so that's why I'm saying like how I'm gauging it is.
But Toma was taking hits because he wanted the dude to connect because he wanted to see how much stronger he got.
See,
but my whole Steez is like, we not here to do all. We not like if I got my squad going in the tournament, we going in the tournament. I'm not looking for y'all niggas to be like, oh, let me see what this nigga got. Ooh, like bruh. No, we came to win. That's only objective.
I mean, they
we
won.
have. I don't.
They would.
Yeah, but you didn't prove to me. You didn't prove anything. Like you're number 2. You supposed to be the coldest. Like, and then when you think about it, when you look at it as a whole after watching it, you was like, oh, there was a huge gap.
Yeah,
there was a huge gap between both of them. Then why are you giving these niggas the opportunity? Like that nigga should have never touched you. You're number 2 in my squad. Because
they wanted a good fight.
They was disparaging them to never fight again.
What you want is like complete dominance. That's literally the whole point of their group is not to be dominant.
That's pussy.
That's a matter of opinion. But
well, go ahead and get yourself a Shishitoren jacket.
But the whole point of it is like you're defending your place and you want to become that group because it's like, okay, nobody even thinks about fucking with you. Like, oh,
they just want to protect the city.
Yeah, I was like,
they don't care about looking strong or looking like the
mightiest. But when you have a reputation, it makes niggas second thing. Like, but if you don't, niggas is like,
I protected the town. Try me. Come find out. People still do and get beat. So it's like, I don't think their reputation's really taking a dive.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
To me, it just shows, again, why the gang is who they, like, they had to have personality. We're not going to just come in here and dominate and beat the shit out of you.
That shit weak.
This man, like, can you imagine, though, like, you got into a fight, you didn't get touched. You got into a fight, kicked in the head, and you just stood there and took a couple of hits like it was nothing. And then you get back up and you, pew, pew, nobody, dude, he can't even have room to breathe. You're throwing such an assault on this dude.
Like I said,
I'd be more scared of the dude that got hit than the dude that didn't get touched because he never got checked. You might be able to catch him, and it's a glass cannon.
The dude that didn't get hit, it was like, oh, you can't touch him at all. Like, yeah, they both look scary, but if I can never touch you,
people gonna just try and touch. It's gonna just invite more, because people gonna be like, oh, he wasn't able to touch, but bet I can.
Nah, nigga.
Episode 7, man. We going into fight 4. This is Sakura versus Togame. This one was
lackluster.
This one was kind of It was. I was surprised to see Togame's fighting style being majorly grappling. That was pretty solid.
It really wasn't.
Nah, he threw a couple of grabs and
tackles. It was mainly just tackles and grabs.
Is that Kyokushin karate? I want to say so.
It felt like a little bit of sumo.
What's the name from?
It felt like a little bit of sumo.
Not DOA,
like sumo.
Talking about Akira?
Yeah.
His fighting style felt like sumo mixed with like a little bit of wrestling.
Because he was mostly trying to just.
I think it's because he thought he was just like, I'm gonna slam you, nigga.
But that's my.
Well, he is
too,
agile too. That's what's also.
It could be sumo. He did have the.
He had a lot of flexibility too.
But it just pissed me off because I'm like, God, this could have been so much. It could have been so much better because like that at that point you could differentiate styles. His style was more like aerial, but I feel like they could have Togame shown more. It's the blow for blow thing.
What's he finna be? E Honda?
I mean, technically speaking, I would say Sakura lost that one technically because
Sakura would have lost. Yeah,
because he spared him.
If he didn't go, but the thing is, the whole Sakura thing, I guess, got to Togame's head, and once it got to his head, he kind of lost the will to fight after he realized that he had been an instrumental part in Shishitoren becoming like the bullies that they are now.
And not only that, I think, and then on top of that, you see, if you notice, Sakura was the only guy who had to put in effort into his fight out of the whole group.
He had to put in a lot of strategy.
Even the leader of their own team, he
didn't put no strategy.
He just tanked it.
In no fighting.
He Sakura?
Yeah,
he did.
No, he did.
He had to reorganize his whole style.
He was getting dropped, bro.
All he did was tank. He tanked.
Sakura did not tank being on that floor, bro. He almost got squished. Dude just changed his mind.
Yeah,
he definitely.
But no, I'm talking about the second time. He deliberately missed him. He could have just ended it, but he was like, just had that flashback. And that's
Sakura did say in the fight, I'm going to have to reorganize my fighting style.
But he didn't do nothing different. All he did was just, all that kept him going in that fight, because honestly, he should have lost. It's just his determination.
Yeah, that was really it. That's what I said. Sakura technically lost.
But he didn't do if you watch it, he didn't do anything different. He just kept fighting. That's all.
He tried to stay in the air more. That was really it.
And honestly, that's all it showed is
like this shit is just like, maybe I'm asking, maybe it's me.
Nah.
It definitely is.
I just personally
I'm glad you recognize that.
It's not that hard to orchestrate a fight showing two different styles and him completely changing how he has to fight more. Maybe it's like, okay, like Todd said, I have to pick my hits, bag out, pick my hits. And you can show Togame, like, you know, whatever his style was, being more like a redirect grappling.
Come here. It's killing you with that shit.
When I get you,
I get you, it's over.
I'm going to get you.
But, I mean, like, it's just... And then that talking shit, I'm just fuck. This supposed to be.
I mean,
fight,
he said,
fight, nigga.
He said that the fights are a conversation, so he said, go have a good conversation. You should have expected some talking after that.
Nigga just taught you.
Every fight is a conversation, Sakura. Go have a good conversation.
The only thing that fight ever did for Sakura that gave him the hand was just the fact that old boy got soft. He changed his mind instantly after that moment where he could have just ended. And said he was like, you know what?
What did he say to change his mind?
He
It
told
was
him
really
that
the fight.
Shishitoren
The whole
wasn't.
fight and how determined he was during that fight to like not give up.
It reminded him of how he was.
Yeah. He would have. I still say Sakura would have lost, but it would have gone on for a lot longer than what it did because they were literally
It probably would.
It just would have been a beat.
It would have literally probably been a stalemate,
Sakura.
but
It might
I
have been
think
one
it
of those
still
like
ends.
3-episode fights or something like that.
Break the nigga leg, something.
yeah,
That's how it would have.
they were.
It would have been
killed
something
each
like
other.
that
Somebody
in
would
order
have
for
died.
Sakura to have to stop.
When he
Because,
stopped on his head, I thought he died. I was like,
bro, he was just
What?
stubborn. That's just,
Ooh, new main character.
these
I
are
was like,
one
how
of
you
those
gonna let him
rare
stop on
moments,
my-
people.
I would go off to the side. How you gonna let old boy just stop on my head like that? Get the fuck out of here, man.
It's a
your
conversation.
1v1.
He's talking to you out here.
You didn't want to stop, sir.
I mean, it's
That's what
we
Ty
fighting.
drilled.
We trying to kill each other out here. This nigga stomping on head.
that fight. It
with
was
them sumo.
Yeah,
It was
things. I like,
probably
bro,
one
that
of the
was-
one of the longer fights because obviously main character involved. Main character is supposed to get a longer fight to really show off where he's at. Because this was our first 100% look at how Sakura is going to stand up against other frequent fighters, like other experienced fighters.
I would argue that Sakura has a lot more to improve on in this.
Oh yeah, a
Because-
lot more to learn. And I think as the show progresses, every major player in that fight and the reason that they were picked, every major player in that fight is gonna teach him something or gonna be a part of his growth. And I think that's why they picked that 5 because those are gonna be the major ones. But we go into the last fight, which is technically it starts at the end of episode 8, as soon as Sakura's fight ends, and goes into episode 9 where it actually ends. And this is finally the top dogs fighting, which is Choji and Umemiya. And this fight was a lot of Umemiya talking. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a lot of
you not lying.
Umemiya talking.
Let's not forget, Choji did kick the dog crap out his number 2.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
I was like, low
right before.
I ain't gonna lie.
Talk about
But
that.
It's
not,
justified.
yeah.
Whack.
I ain't gonna lie. It's
Shut up,
justified.
nigga. You lost.
It's not only that you
I forgot
threw
about
your
that.
match. It made me look bad.
But my whole Steez is like that shows you he's not that strong because that nigga got right back up. It sat down.
Yeah.
Well,
But like other niggas that Bofurin knocked out, the nigga on the side was still cold out.
yeah, he was
The
sleeping.
nigga that got slammed, he was still out.
Bro,
So I'm like,
bro got
point.
his
I was
uniform
he ain't
removed.
getting
I
up
just
for a
watched
minute.
the whole crew. I was like,
Yeah.
how
That
you
man
win it?
slept through what, like
I was like, no.
3 fights.
He slept through
I was
damn
like,
near
yo,
all of them.
I
After his fight, he was
I was
out
like-
cold.
Bruh.
I mean, but
especially if your top nigga get taken out, you're that's going to kill your momentum because it's like we just threw our strongest nigga at this nigga. This nigga beat.
I
his
mean,
ass.
yeah.
I'm scared.
your number 2
I ain't
goes
scared.
down. This is kind of like, oh well, good thing I wasn't involved.
No,
in
you're
this.
number 2.
No, your
right?
number 1 goes down. You really like you shaky. You like now who wanna go next? This nigga just beat our number 1. Who going next?
I don't
Bro,
want to
you
fight
go
him.
next.
I don't want to
He not
fight
beating
him.
They'll all hop up there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, they
Wolverine.
wouldn't.
Yes,
If
they-
it's
Wolverine? Are you kidding me?
if it's
Yes,
a
they would.
1v1.
1v1, they would literally all go up
They
there.
will all give it a shot.
Yeah, they
I mean,
because
could,
Sakura
but-
was about to fight Choji before Umemiya stepped
and he
in.
would have got his ass beat.
That is true.
That is true, but he
is.
would
He
have tried.
technically should have
That
been
would
got his
actually-
ass beat
I really like to see
earlier.
that fight, actually.
That would have been a
Choji-
good fight.
They both aerial niggas. But, Choji
He
would've got
would
that.
win, but by plot armor. But yeah,
I don't think he would have won.
Nah, they shouldn't do no
I
foul
think
on
Sakura
that.
would have lost. But I mean,
yeah.
the
but
way Choji kicked Togame was that was foul. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah. No.
You lost. Stop talking. Bam! Kicks him into the wall.
Nah,
But I mean,
kick that
it's-
motherfucker. He deliberately lost.
it's not.
He
Nah,
made
I
you
say-
look bad. Nah,
Nah, that
let
kid-
that man live.
ain't gonna touch your shoulder with that losing hand.
You don't need to do this, Choji.
That kick did not compare to any of Mikey's kicks because when Mikey kicked somebody,
Well,
They eyes was wide.
Mikey kicks the
Mikey kicked somebody. They said he was like that nigga's dead.
Yeah.
That nigga's
because Mikey got an intent to kill type.
I think the first
when he put hands on you, he wanted to kill you. This is it.
The first kick that Mikey ever put out from in Tokyo Revengers, that nigga knocked out immediately. You seen the eyes go white.
Yeah. Oh, nigga started over there.
As I said,
It was done.
Mikey's just lethal. He's just a lethal man.
I mean, I think this like the number one spot fight was really just like strength versus speed, because Choji was everywhere with it. As soon as like you look at Choji, he moving to another position. He's moving quickly, and Umemiya is just he's steadfast. He's strong in his stance. He's not really moving. Choji jumped on his head and was punching him in the head, and he grabbed one of the punches and threw him off right after that and let Choji reset.
And it's another display of him not having a specific, like he didn't fight differently to me. I was like,
I think he didn't actually exercise his style. I think he needs to be pushed for him to actually exercise his style, and I don't think Umemiya was pushed at all in that fight. I think
he did just what what's his face did, but just
he did a lot more tanking.
Yeah.
Shark Tooth.
He
Shark
did with
Tooth,
Toga.
y'all niggas tanks. Like y'all didn't really show me that. And I wanted to see I wanted to really see. It didn't make me like, oh, he's the leader because of that.
Mm.
You know, I was just like, I looked at Bofurin now. Any of y'all could be the leader. Any of y'all niggas.
But I mean, he said that at the end of the fight. He said, "I don't care about like structure or organization style. I don't care about
that was
rank."
Yes,
also
but
another part of my
everybody-
thing on why they wouldn't care that he lost. They would, oh, you just got knocked out on this one. They would literally.
They would
box
step
that.
in, yeah.
We
All
still
right,
got two
I'm
other
next.
kings that we literally just knocked out. Like he said he had maybe two other people, but I was like, I already knocked out two of your top people. You didn't knock out two of my top. Yes, I might be the top nigga. Then the top nigga took out the top nigga, but I was like, you still got other niggas that I consider to be on my level that
Yeah.
can knock you out.
And it's crazy because it's like, also when you really think about the Sakura fight, it's like my newbie, he just got here. He came in
we
and
all-
really boxed
we
with your
just
number
saw
two.
that he gave up. Though.
He gave up.
He gave up, but he was giving him a solid fight. Yeah.
It was like,
Nah, I mean, I think if he really wanted to, he would have.
he was gonna. We can all agree at the end of that.
He
Old
was
boy
gonna
was
lose.
gonna win.
Yeah, like
Old boy
Sakura
But-
was gonna lose that.
Two,
But-
we don't even know where to place any of them. Honestly, we don't know who's stronger than who because,
Umemiya doesn't care about that.
no, I'm saying like even with long haired dude, I forgot his name. I gotta learn these.
Kyotaro?
Kyotaro, he took a kick from soccer,
Yeah.
and it's like you don't like there. That just kind of bothers me because now like I don't know like.
Well, I mean,
Placement.
Sakura and Kyotaro are both freshmen.
No, but niggas was scared of Kyotaro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had man right.
Because he
He's been there
he
longer.
slams people in the
He just said
in the
he was
floor.
a freshman.
He's
Yeah,
also
but
a freshman.
He's
Yeah.
been there longer.
You also realize they have a middle school connection too, right?
But it's
Because
just
the
this-
whole reason this started was because one of their middle schoolers was in Shishitoren area.
And I feel like that
I
too
didn't
was
know
the
that. I thought it was just all high school.
that was the problem with it too because I feel like they had too much history and now it's like we not just boxing to
they already
box.
fought before.
Yeah,
They already
we
fought
now I'm boxing you because like I'm trying
I'm trying to teach you a lesson.
to get you back to where you were. I see that you ventured off and that's where the talk no jutsu come in. Instead of it just being like, oh like this is just another territory threatening our territory. Like we gotta handle it. So I feel like that's what killed it too.
I mean, the thing
To
is,
me,
he
that's
can't.
what killed it.
he
At least in my
can't-
fight.
Shishitoren can't threaten Bofurin's territory because they're not strong enough. Respectfully, they're just not strong
that
enough.
nigga
It is what it
Choji
is.
came onto their territory and started beating their niggas up.
He only
True,
beat like one
but-
or two up.
Yeah,
but that's still
and he
And those are like underling.
Yeah, but
respectfully
it's
he
still
beat NPCs.
disrespectful,
Let's
though.
be real.
It is.
yeah, but that's a statement. Like I come on your territory, beat a couple of your niggas. Even if it's one nigga, if I touch any of your niggas, that's disrespectful.
And I mean, Sakura beat the Shishitoren dudes that was picking on the other guys.
Yeah,
So
but they wasn't supposed to
Shasarina,
cross over in that territory,
Yeah.
remember?
Then that's why old boy got him once he
Yeah.
learned that they were bullying someone. That's why.
Yeah.
So that's
so Sakura and
There's a-
Kyotaro
because there's
beat
like
them, no problem.
they didn't really understand
One
the full
kick.
scope. They just thought you crossed over to our territory. So it was a whole thing. But at the end of the day, Bofurin's stronger.
The thing about it is, especially with this last fight, the top dog fight, it shows, even though you might not want to admit it, it still shows the gap in power between the people that are literally dedicated to power, quote unquote, disciples of power, Shishitoren, versus the protectors, which is Bofurin. It shows the gap between them. They're not quite, Shishitoren doesn't quite equate. And it also shows the diminishing of Shishitoren as a whole. And that's what Umemiya was talking about. It's like, you're not what you used to be. We've had fights before, and some of those fights I didn't win. I almost didn't win. You were stronger when you had something to fight for. Now you're fighting for the sake of being free, quote unquote, and you're not having a good time. You're lying to yourself. You're not as strong as you used to be because you lost your focus. You lost what you were fighting
AKA Ninja, you soft.
And then too, like he didn't have anything in his life that, you know, transitioned him into like that monstrous way. He just kind of like, somebody got to be the leader. And as you know, his interpretation of being a leader was being cold-hearted. You know, you got to be this way. And like, he lost himself. And I'm like, that, to me, it didn't hold weight enough. It would have been different if like, I lost one of my niggas in battle. Woo, 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 and I wasn't strong then. So, you know, I got to relinquish all my emotions. And so that would have been deeper, but it was just the point of like, and both them niggas.
And we don't know 100% Choji's backstory.
He just, that's the backstory they presented to us. I truly believe that we won't see Choji in a more, in a more like spotlight type of scene after this. I think like this is just.
I think so.
We'll probably see him like reference, but
no. Let me tell you why, because it's actually something I just found. So if you look at the Windbreakers website, right, and I just saw this earlier this week, but if you look at just Bofurin as a whole, it has people like Choji and Tagame and then Kota listed. But if you go to the separation of Shishitoren, it has Yukinari and Minoru. So they're not mentioned under Shishitoren, which could be like an kind of little Easter egg on their website. True. That we could see Choji and Togame take a transition to Bofurin rather than staying with Shishitoren.
That's true, but that's a part of their future. I don't think they're gonna get any more into their backstory after this.
Because let's be real, storytelling is not something that's overt and upfront. It's something that may take a while to develop. So if we're talking about that Easter egg as a whole, the fact that they're listed that way on the website, we could see deeper into Choji's backstory by the way of Umemiya.
We not.
Because hold on. Like I know you like talking, but shut up real quick. But anyways, we can see that because Umemiya's known Choji for a very long time. Umemiya's known Choji before he became a leader. So Umemiya and Choji could have a moment where they reminisce to where we could understand more of how Choji became Choji. And then that could be something that is that kind of moment where it's like, okay, you want to join Bofurin, but are you the Choji I knew before? And they could go back into like kind of showing off that Choji.
It would be nice if they were the main characters, but the main characters are. So that's why I said what they presented to us is what they wanted us to have. And moving forward, they ain't gonna revisit any of everybody else's past. What they're gonna revisit is Sakura's past. They may do that because that is an unknown thing. We know, but we don't know everything. But I don't see them focusing on that. They may focus more on Umemiya because he's still an unknown figure. We still learning what's to him. But Choji, nah, they showed us what they're gonna show us, and everything else is moving forward.
I don't believe that, but it's okay because we gonna see it as things unfold, and also we're 9 episodes in. We're 9 episodes into this thing. We don't know what Sakura, because also Sakura took that oath that every main character takes, that I'm gonna get stronger. And then a good compliment to Sakura's style, like Todd pointed out earlier, is Choji. So we could see Choji come back in that form too, as kind of a catalyst for Sakura's growth. So we could see it. I'm just saying, it's potential that it could be there.
Doubt it, but yeah.
Continue to doubt, bro. That third eye on me, it knows some things, brother.
Did you read ahead like you normally do? Then talk about
No.
If you know something,
he knows something. I was cooking in the
Just know, I know. I see the future, bro.
Sound like he
Yeah.
read that shit.
I see the
Alright.
future.
He's
personally
been
like
eavesdropping
he
on the
read
chef
that
in the
shit.
kitchen. That's what he's been
What's
doing.
that? What's
He know
that
the
thing
dish.
What's that thing that Anime Balls Deep always be talking about?
What?
My anime prediction magic. Yeah, bro. I know a thing or two. But I mean, on that note, it's a pleasure. It has been a pleasure. It's been a crazy ride. We appreciate y'all coming and grabbing a seat with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Do your usual big ones on that one, please. And y'all know what we say when there's nothing left to say on the podcast or we've ran out of our argument. All that's left to say is peace. Yeah.
You that top nigga, show you that top nigga.
Yeah.
You know that. I remember you specifically.